Hello, my name is Yhatha, and I'm joined with Ronald and the After Dark podcast, episode one. Hopefully, not episode -1. So, this is just an explanation as to what this is, because I know a lot of people are going to go back and see episode one after I make episode 293, and that this is a podcast where me and my best friend Ronald talk about what we like. Really anything, actually. Mostly gaming related, but it could be anything in our lives that's relevant. And today, the things that's relevant is the Switch 2 Direct is going to be in a week. So that's big, big news. Yay!
You want to get straight into hardware?
Hardware. Yeah, we're gonna talk about hardware. Wait. We need to talk about our feelings first, though.
Our feelings. Okay, I'm feeling really excited personally.
I'm
like.
I'm feeling annoyed.
You're annoyed?
Because I might not be in the US when the Switch launches.
Listen, most people are very excited for the Switch 2.
I need to confront Boris Johnson and tell him to, buy me a ticket back for a day and then come back because I'm going to the UK.
You can just buy it there.
I don't want to buy it in the UK. British people are gross. I don't know what they're going to do to me. Quote my French physics professor. He always trashes on the British. Anyways, so I'm feeling kind of annoyed just because I'm probably gonna. I'm just, like a good month and a half. Like a lot of big Nintendo hype. I'm gonna be missing out on, or I'll have to get it from the British, which who knows how they're gonna.
It's gonna come out.
What?
Do you think it's gonna come out when you're in?
Let's start with the release date. When do you think it was gonna come out?
I think it's gonna come out a month after the Direct.
A month after May 4th or May 2nd?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty early. I would still be in the US if it came out May 2nd.
I have a strong feeling what they're gonna do is they're gonna be like, pre-orders now, and then it comes out in a month, maybe a month and a half.
I'm pretty sure the previews go up to May 2nd, May 3rd-ish. I don't know the exact date, but that's the reason why. I'm gonna say May 22nd, and this is the reasoning why. Did I tell you this reasoning? I may have.
I think you did on the last one. But...
We don't talk about that episode. The reasoning is May 22nd, 2025. On the calendar is 52225. 52225. Yeah, 3 twos. And that's a lot of twos. And it's also exactly, I think, some 2 amount of weeks after the Switch presentation. I don't remember the exact math. I saw a Reddit post about it and it was really funny.
See, I have a feeling because they already have the hardware released. We've had that for a while. I have a feeling it's just going to all come out at once, or it's going to come out in August.
August?
If it doesn't come out, I think it will either come out in a month.
What do you want? August? Who says August?
Okay, hear me out. Hear me
out.
I
don't
the
like
main
August.
Core fans and the scalpers will buy it immediately, but they will be restocked and ready for the Christmas season. And that's a big thing for Nintendo.
What's the difference between doing that in August and then releasing in May? There's still a bunch of time for the Christmas season. If anything, there's more time.
Yeah, but hear me out.
What's different about August? That's just making school children sad because they can't get the console in time or have it by themselves because it's not over the summer. Unless you're trying to think that or you're thinking really meta where all the school children are building up their cash by mowing lawns over the summer so they have the maximum.
I think they actually might.
Why? The Japanese.
Why would they release it 6 months after?
Okay, at least it's in 2025.
That's when the Switch Mini came out too.
Who gives a crap about that thing?
Okay, but it's important because that's their resource. I think if they would have released it, they would have released it in May already. But I think a month after, they could release it in May too. I
think it's gonna be May. Yeah. Also, May 22nd is the opening of Florida's Universal Donkey Kong thing.
You think they would combine that?
Because it would be a hype, ultra hype day.
They're playing in their overhead offices. can we land the most amount of hype? How can
And
we?
also, most school children are still in school, and the Japanese, like, also just started school, so they'll have time to build up money. So the scalpers get it first. The scalpers and diehard fans get it first. Then the school children that are broke get it second. And then the parents for the smaller school children get it third. That's the meta. So May
Okay.
22nd.
Do you think they delay it until the year after?
No. No,
You
it's
don't
too
think
much.
they can?
That would be way too many logistical issues on Nintendo's end because you have to account for the fact that like they're already building all this stuff and they're shipping out to retailers and they're telling them, hey, this is the day. If they just delayed it, then I think a retailer would be like, well, we have the console. I'm going to sell it anyways. And then
I don't think that's how that works.
I think it'd be funny. You know, there's going to be some Papa Grande store that's like, hey, we have a Switch 2 that we got anyways, and our NDA with Nintendo ran out. So.
I think they actually. I think there was a Switch 2 that was leaked already. I think somebody has their hands
Oh,
on the
a
console.
million people have their hands. But like, if they okay, the only reason they delay it is if there was a COVID 26.
I don't. Well, there is that one. No. I don't think there will be. Okay. How much do you think is gonna be priced though?
400.
400?
400. The
I think
Switch
it could be
is
450.
450. Okay, the Switch is 300. Oh, that's 350. $50 increase.
Maybe.
I
But
think
also
400 is
depends
just a
on
good
how.
number. No, it's not going to be 450 because of Trump. No, the tariffs are
No,
fine.
no, no, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
There's
just
such
saying like
people on
I
the
can
internet
see it being
saying that.
450 for power wise. Because I have a feeling those will be as powerful as like probably the PS4 Pro, or do you know the Xbox S, the small
Yes,
one?
I had one.
Okay, yeah. I think it's gonna be somewhere around there, so it can play the new gen consoles or the new gen
I think
games
it's going to be
and
around
keep up.
closer to PS4, but probably somewhere in between. So some like mid Gen 8 uh, hardware wise.
I could see it being as powerful as the PS4 Pro without the resolution.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be 4K. It's going to be 1080p. I
And
don't.
I actually disagree. I think it's going to be 4K on the TV.
You know, I don't even
I
have a 4K monitor.
hmm?
I don't even have a 4K display. It doesn't matter to me if it's
Well,
like 4K or not.
yeah, but I have a feeling for the sake, and they Nintendo got a whole lot of like flack for not having it 4K. I do
Do
not
you
see
think
it supporting
Nintendo
8K.
gives a crap if they get flack about not being 4K or not?
They
It's
okay, but they do
Nintendo.
because they want to be able to like support the newer games, and so
They're
it's
not
easier to
that
port.
reliant on 4K. I mean, they're not. They don't care about these big AAA's. They just care about if it can run GTA or Elden Ring or whatever you're playing.
I don't think it's going to be powerful enough to run the new GTA. I'm not
That's
gonna
true. I
lie.
agree, but that's later. That's a later discussion. You're getting ahead
I,
of yourself.
okay, do you think the online is going to be like similar to what it is now, or do you think they're going to revamp it and rebrand it similar to
They're not
like
going
the
to
PS?
rebrand it. I know that for a fact. Well, I don't know it for a fact. My uncle does not work at Nintendo, but like, I'm. They're not. They're going to keep the same program. Now the question I have is if they're going to make an expansion to the expansion pack.
I okay. Here's my theory, and it's a running theory. I think they're going to rebrand it in the sense that they're going to remove the lower tiers. I think they're going to force you to buy the expansion pack for $50 a year,
I think they're
and I
going to
think they're
keep it
going
the
to start
same.
adding on top of it.
I think they're going to keep it the
And
same.
you see, but they see that like PlayStation, Xbox is making all this money.
I don't think Nintendo cares what Sony and Microsoft
Oh,
are doing.
they
If they
definitely.
did, okay, they kind of do, but they would also be making like an AI model if they were cared about what they're doing.
No. I don't think they're going to go that far, but I think they are going to introduce a tier because they already done that. So I think they're going to introduce three, and you're going to get more games and different like features for the more you pay. The question is, I'm really hoping that the online is better than what it currently
I
is.
don't think it's gonna change. I don't think the online services themselves are gonna change. It's Nintendo. Like,
No. I'm not
I
talking about
don't.
like the
I
peer to
think
peer connection or anything. I'm purely talking about like. Have you opened up the eShop recently?
yes, the eShop sucks. I just type on my computer. That's how I buy games. I don't even use Nintendo Switch's eShop. I just
No,
read
no,
on the
like
website.
that's so bad. Like I hope that they update the eShop, and I hope that they update the
I
online
hope they get rid of
tab.
Hentai Simulator. That's the biggest. If we're talking about updating the eShop, it's really the games. Like, get rid.
I
You remember Ronald. Remember the back in like when we were in middle school when I scrolled in the eShop and I found this game called Block Quest Maker.
yeah.
And I randomly bought it, and then we all bought Block Quest Maker, and then we all played Block Quest Maker. And when our friends were trying to play Smash, I was just like scored off and played Block Quest Maker on my own. And like that was a random eShop game I stumbled across. If I would go on the eShop today and be like, I want to stumble across a cool fun game, I'm getting Hentai Simulator. I'm like, no.
Wait. Do you have Bouncy Bob?
Yes, for a penny, of course. That's the classic Nintendo Switch user experience. If you have Bouncy Bob on your system, you know you were around since 2018. You know your Switch was moddable.
Is there anything else online you want to talk about before we move on to
Okay,
UI?
this is my biggest thing I want to talk about. I think Nintendo is going for consistency with the Switch 2. They're not gonna. That's why I don't think they're gonna rebrand anything. I don't think they're gonna add anything. If they're gonna add a new tier, they're not gonna make it complicated. And Nintendo knows that because they need to sell the Switch 2 under the idea that it's really just the Switch but better. So if you're adding in a bunch more complicated new stuff, and that makes it like more tough for a new consumer to understand what's going on, they're not gonna like just Switch 2. That's so consistently understandable.
I agree, but I do think because I don't think it's going to be a hard rebrand. I think it's going to be like our old system isn't really working all that well, just because of like the lag and everything. I think they're going to rebrand it in the sense of on the UI. I think it's going to look different. I think it's going to function slightly differently. It's going to function around the same,
Mhm.
but it's just going to be like a little cleaner, a little bit more updated
I
for.
think the UI is going to be just. I agree with your UI prediction. I think it would be slightly different, just more updated. About the same though. There's if you have you on the r/Nintendo Switch 2 subreddit by any chance?
I okay, I am, but I've not used Reddit consistently for a while.
I mean, I don't either because I become soulless and hate myself if I go on Reddit because it's Reddit. But essentially, even that subreddit, it's kind of funny because like there is that subreddit is Nintendo fanboy at its max.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like and there's so many UI mockups, and some of these people's like envisions of what they think Nintendo are gonna do is like so unrealistic. It's like an
I
Apple
think it's
phone. Like
literally going to be what we have now, except maybe add themes and maybe add folders.
we already have groups. It's not folders. It's groups.
Okay,
We have to be
yes,
special.
but I don't. I think they're going to get rid of that end page. My biggest UI prediction is they're going to get rid of the end page and they're going to add a web search feature.
But the web search feature is how you hack your console. Nintendo doesn't like that.
Okay, yes, but I think they're going to be able to find a workaround to that. I think the console is going to be a little bit more security safe
Do
this
you
time
think they're gonna
around.
add voice chat or any of those types of features?
I
I
okay.
don't think
I've
so.
actually not watched the video in a minute. I didn't see a voice chat
I'm.
feature.
I don't think any of those features are going to be added. I think honestly, I think the ship kind of sailed for that to even be a big deal, anyways. Like when if they added it with the Switch to be like, oh well, we have voice chat now. And not, nowadays, everyone just uses Discord. Everyone just calls.
Well, because like Nintendo, I'm not saying Nintendo needs to cater to like online gaming, but it would be nice to have the option if that makes any sense. Because
If they just integrate
for me to
Discord,
have an option
I
to
think they should just.
take my Switch back home with me, because that is so much easier to transport than me lugging my PlayStation 5 around. It would just be nice if they like had it. Maybe it would be a feature on the Pro controller that they support. I could see them doing that.
I think the ship has already sailed. I don't think that would be very enough people would care for them to put in it. I just call anyways.
But there's also a market for controllers with headphone jacks in it,
Okay.
like right now. So like I could see them implementing that, and they've already. You do you know the little like invite feature that they have on the Switch now?
I've never used that. I've
Okay.
never
I
used
think
that.
you have used that one time because I think we played like a super old NES game together, and I had to invite you.
Oh wait, that was N64 Online.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I think they might be gearing up towards it. It's gonna be tragic if this Switch 2 does not have voice chat though. That will be very sad.
Oh, I think they're gonna continue the phone thing. I think they're gonna continue.
I don't think that's so like it's
Ancient.
like they
Everyone
started
just
killing
uses
a bird.
Discord. Do you use voice chat on your PS5?
I do a lot.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's so easy. You just plug in a thing. You can talk to randos online. It's so much fun. But maybe
I
that's why Nintendo doesn't want it.
Yeah, it's too weird. I actually told my sister about this. I'm like, oh, what if the C button was voice chat? And she's like, oh God, no. I'm like,
I think that would be a perfect use for the C button, honestly.
but when we're on the topic of the C button, I actually agree with her prediction. It's to turn on and off the mouse mode so you don't blind yourself with a laser pointer in your eye.
I think it's going to be some like for the on and off the mouse mode. I think it's going to be something in game that activates automatically.
It could be
I
that.
would be.
I would love it
I
to be something more fun, but I think that's the most practical position prediction.
what is voice chat and wait no C could be in like the abbreviation for chat.
What about in Japan? Well, I mean, it's chatto.
What is it? Is it C?
It's not gonna be. I don't think it's voice chat.
It
I
could be
don't.
voice chat. Dude, listen. It could be voice chat. That would be amazing.
I don't think it's voice chat.
And that would make sense why it's only on
I
one
just don't
controller,
see
too.
Nintendo doing this. I see the Switch 2 as a more just a iteration of the Switch 1.
Which having a mic and a voice chat would be an iteration. It wouldn't be this groundbreaking thing. Nintendo's had voice chat before built in.
Maybe they have it built in, but they're definitely not going to make a big deal out of it if they do. My
They're
prediction.
not. They might introduce the C button and be like, hey, we have a mic now. And that would be all the conversation they have with it.
That'd be kind of funny. I don't think I'm gonna stick with my prediction of the C button and say that there is not gonna be voice chat. You think there is? Here, let's wager a bet.
Okay. What should the bet be?
Not money. I'm not willing to spend money.
Next time you come down and visit me, I'll buy you some really good food. How about that? And vice versa too. Just one like $20 under. Or I'll make you food. That also works.
I'll
We
make you
could
food.
make food.
We'll
Okay.
make each other food. We'll have
Okay.
we'll have to make each other breakfast in bed. How about that?
Okay.
I'm
So
sorry. I
you
meant
did bring up the mouse mode though.
I just
Do you want to talk about
the C buttons and turn yeah mouse mode. This is getting a little ahead of
what do you think
ourselves.
it's gonna be used?
What?
What do you think it's gonna be used for?
Mouse games? Mario Maker 2 update for Mario Maker 2.
That would actually be really good for Mario Maker 2.
Mario Maker. Oh, this is kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but Mario Maker 3D, where one mouse is the XY plane and another mouse is the YZ plane,
Huh.
and you use a
You think
stick to.
Well, that would be the automatic assumption is that it would be a 3D world. That would be so weird to make, though. Do you think maybe
If you
it
have
would
two
be
mice, if you have two mice, and you use them in conjunction to move in
Yeah.
the 3D plane, is that not
No, no,
genius?
I'm not
Because you have
agreeing with you.
two. You don't just have one mouse. You have two. That's
No.
the big thing.
I agree. I'm just thinking like, how would that be implemented gameplay wise? How like in the editor mode? Would it be like a Super Mario 3D World type deal where like, you know what I'm talking about, or would it be more? Because it couldn't be Odyssey. I don't think they could make like an Odyssey or like a Galaxy.
Oh, you're just saying what
3D.
games they would put in?
Yeah, but like, what type of game do you think a 3D space they could provide?
3D World / Land. I think Bowser's Fury 64, and then maybe have like a theme for Odyssey or 64 or
I
Sunshine
could
and Galaxy.
themes for 64 and Galaxy and all them. I just don't think that they could implement actually building like your own world, if that makes any sense.
I'm gonna leave it up to the Nintendo magic. I think they're gonna
Yeah.
do if they do that idea. I think the dual mouse, like controlling two planes at the same time, would be really cool and really intuitive.
Do you think Mario Paint is going to make a comeback?
Maybe on SNES Online.
It could work for Pokemon Snap though. That would be really nice for Pokemon
I don't
Snap to
think
be able to.
Pokemon Companies like cares enough.
I think if the features there, I honestly think that it might be easier for them because if the game, have you played Pokemon Snap or no?
No.
It feels like it was meant to be controlled with a mouse,
Oh.
so I could see that could be maybe a thing because it would be easier for them to implement.
A lot of people are saying how they're going to implement Wii or DS NSO games, and now this is getting ahead of ourselves to NSO prediction later, but just for right now, I don't. My only problem with that mouse mode wise is that it's not exactly the same.
Yes, but also if you wanted the exact same, I imagine the screen's still going to be touchscreen. I would be really surprised if they remove that. I don't know if they proved it, but I, I think that you could also just take it off and it would just be like a little screen in the corner that
I
you could
guess. I
touch.
mean, or you can have the peripheral, put the top on, the screen on top at
The
the top.
peripheral is not happening. There is no way. I listen. Okay, maybe with the USB-C port, but that would be so expensive for something that they could easily implement for way cheaper on the fucking
No, you
or
know what they're gonna
on
make? You know what they're gonna make you do? They're
what?
gonna make you buy a second Switch.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're going to make you buy a second screen. It's going to be super expensive, and then you use it, and it's like $200 extra for a barely better feature. I okay. Have you seen the Switch mod for the DS, like the vertical thing,
I think so. Oh yeah.
where like you put your Switch in
Yeah,
this
I know
little hooky
exactly what
thing?
you're talking about.
Yeah, that I could see them like implementing their own version of that.
Okay.
Um, is there any other hidden features other than the two screen idea that's going to be super expensive to accomplish nothing?
Oh, um, I think I think that might be about it. I could see them releasing all types of accessories though. Seriously though, like more minor ones, just because you have the second headphone or the second USB jack. Like maybe even like a some kind of like sensor that can see where your like face is, and you have like facial recognition by like putting a sensor on top, and then they can do
This is a little off topic,
like a
but
camera.
do you think yeah, like a camera, but like, do you think that they're going to release any accessories with it that are just like kind of neat that they didn't release for the Switch One? Because you know the like car tablet holder that they released, and like they released the extra Switch
Oh, that
stocks.
was so. I forgot that even existed. I never had that.
Yeah, well, like I didn't buy any. I did end up buying a tablet holder, but it's just a generic one. I didn't get it from Nintendo. That's probably why they stopped selling it. Because if I remember right, their one was $50, and a tablet holder from Walmart's like 10.
Average Nintendo moment. Make a tablet holder $50.
It's literally just the iPad of video games.
Oh, but also going real quick, going back on the price just for a second. I heard someone else say that they're gonna make the base console 400, but they make the controllers more expensive. I kind of agree with that.
I could see them releasing a bundle with Super Mario Kart, or no, just Mario Kart, whatever. I don't think they released the name yet. And
No.
actually, maybe they add a Pro controller in there and the base console. I could see them doing that and
I
selling
don't
that
see
all at
any
once.
bundles. I don't see any bundles happening.
You don't think any bundles?
No. Nintendo of Japan doesn't like bundles. Wii Sports, Nintendo of America kind of pushed it for that. And the Nintendo
Okay.
Switch sold very well on its own with no bundles, so. Ow!
I
I got
see
it.
them doing it, but I don't know. It'll just kind of depend what happens. Your wish list. What do you want on your wish list?
You start. You started the
I
wish
start.
list.
Okay. Well, my like dream would be like Banjo Kazooie 3. I want like a unique platformer that is not like something that we've already gotten recently. And I think with how close Nintendo and Microsoft have gotten, I'm predicting today, Wednesday, March 26th, 2025, that we're going to see Banjo Kazooie on August, is it 6th? Or April 6th?
A second, I think. Yeah.
April 2nd. I think we're going to see Banjo Kazooie 3. Or a remake of the original band. Something Banjo Kazooie, I think, is going to come out and is going to be a new game that they're going to release semi soon after the Switch 2 launches.
Okay. Interesting. I actually like your reasoning. I think it could happen. Honestly, out of all
Or
the
they're going
prediction,
to like release like a Microsoft collection, which
out
I
of
could
all
see
the
too.
compared to my predictions, I feel like yours actually make a lot more sense. Or wish lists, I think yours make a lot more sense.
I'm also a lot more safer with my wish list, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Okay. Anyways, what's your next one? Just do all three of yours.
Okay, I think they're going to do another Dragon Quest launch. I don't know what that's going to consist of. I just think that Dragon Quest will be represented in the first year. I don't think it's going to release a day up though. I would be really surprised if that happens. And the last one is I do think they're going to really or announce an HD 2D game from Square Enix. So like Octopath, the new Dragon Quest 3 remake just came out, is in the same style. I could see some type of RPG come out that's unique. I think it's going to be new in that style.
Okay.
Maybe Octopath 3. That would be pretty cool.
I don't know enough about Dragon Quest to commentate. I'm just saying okay. That's like what you do
Well,
with.
they've been talking about 12. They might have released a teaser, but if I remember right, it's like a Dragon Quest 12, and the 12 was fire, and that was it. I do think they're going to release the new Final Fantasy on the new Switch. I would be really surprised if the new Final Fantasy games don't come out on the Switch too.
Maybe, maybe.
Well,
I'm
actually, yeah,
leaning
you're
towards
right.
no.
They have a PlayStation contract, but
Oh,
it did come out on PC.
well, I think Sony endorsed that honestly.
No, I think it's just they ran. I think they have a 1 year exclusive contract with Sony.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about.
I
I'm
don't need
leaning
that
towards
favorite part
no.
of games.
I'm leaning towards no overall though. I don't think Square Enix wants to put the effort into porting that right now. And if they do a cloud version and do something stupid.
I don't think we're going to see very many cloud versions personally.
The
I
cloud.
think we're going to see a bunch of download versions.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, here's 25 gigabytes, but if you want to play the whole game, you have to download 50 gigabytes on your console.
Yeah. My God.
I am not looking forward to having to buy another terabyte SD card.
Oh my! I've lived on my Switch with only a 32 gig.
That's insane. That would drive me nuts.
I buy only physical, and I never buy those big download games. So
Well, that's true. If you just buy physical,
I never
all
really
you
had
have
to.
is
Like
the-
it was just Minecraft and a bunch of indie games. And then I also downloaded Tears of the Kingdom for some reason, and that was like half my storage. So
that's more than half, isn't it?
it was like 17 gigs, 11 gigs, something like that.
Yeah.
Double digit gigs.
For some reason, I thought it was 50 gigs, but I think I'm just crazy.
The console. Oh wait, actually, do you think the console will come with 128 gigs pre-installed?
I think it's going to come with 250.
Oh, you're being ballsy. I'm saying 128.
128 is a fair guess. My reasoning for this is because I think it's going to support 4K, which requires bigger games. I just think that I would be really surprised if it supports 4K and it doesn't have 250, unless they're just trying to up their SD card sales.
I'm just saying 8 times 4 was 32. 32 times 4 is 128. The Wii U had 8.
I think it really just depends on
The base Wii U model had 8.
Yes, but the base Wii U console came out in what, 2012?
And we're just growing at 4 times the rate.
Yeah, but I feel like games have exploded in size.
Nintendo has not exploded in size though.
And
And
yes, Nintendo
does,
has, but I think their main
doesn't
goal
care
this
about the other
around
games.
is to have like a more third-party games.
I think Nintendo's kind of like knows that their games sell consoles and they don't really care what the other third parties do. It's just
I
a
think
benefit.
that's their main goal, but I think they want to implement more deals with third parties to get them on their console. Because not that that's a main selling factor, but it gets people to use their Switch for longer, which gets them to invest in the ecosystem more often.
I could see more developers supporting Switch because the Switch is successful. I don't really see Nintendo making many initiatives though. I think they're going to do about the same wise with third parties. Anyways, what's your last prediction or wish list?
Did I? This one? I said Square Enix HD 2D. I
Oh,
can just look something up if you want.
oh wait, I think
I
he did say everything he said.
I think there's going to be a really cool indie game that they come out with that isn't Nintendo, but is just being super funded by Nintendo.
Like,
Something like a Cuphead, but not Cuphead.
like Snipper Clips ish.
No, I think it's going to be like what Shovel Knight was for
Okay.
the Switch. I know Shovel Knight came out before the Switch, but like just something really cool that most people don't know about,
Uh-huh.
but they're going to showcase it in the direct.
Okay. Yeah. Great. So my predictions are not realistic. Yours was actually kind of realistic. Or wish list. I keep saying we have another prediction section, but my wish list. Honestly, this is half wish list, half prediction. This whole thing is kind of meshed together. um, my first one, Momotaro no Dentetsu, Switch 2-ban. Do you know the game Momotaro no Dentetsu?
I cannot say that I do.
Is the best-selling Japanese only Switch game.
Okay. What
And
is it about?
have you ever played Fortune Street on the Wii?
No, but I've heard it's good.
It plays like Fortune Street. It's a
Okay. Is it
Japanese
like an
exclusive free.
RPG?
I want that game to come to the West. Even if it's Momotaro no Dentetsu or if it's like just Fortune Street 2. I love that game. My favorite multiplayer game of like all time. I freaking set all the I play with a bunch of CPUs and just play with a bunch of Wario's and set them to like S difficulty and would like play on the same map and like try to like get it's like kind of Monopoly-ish like, and I would like build my towers up as Diddy Kong or something, and then like have all the Warriors congregate into one tower because they get stuck and I'd be like the big ape and kick them out, and then like we'd start like training our Dragon Quest little like slime balls to race, and I'd like kick all the Warriors out, and I was a little kid, so I had a lot of fun with it.
Oh, you're talking about Fortune Street.
Yes, I'm talking about Fortune Street now.
Okay.
Fortune
Okay.
Street is a derivative like of Momotaro no I think.
Okay.
They're related. But the Momotaro no Densetsu specifically probably won't be localized because it's very Japan specific, like culturally and everything. Like it's not just like, oh, there's like a kingdom about Japan. No, it's like the whole game is like Matthew Perry has arrived. Do you know who Matthew Perry is?
No.
You know from like
Wait, is Matthew Perry the general on the boat that went to Japan? Yeah.
there's a whole scene, like a whole like board or something that you can go on in that game, and it's like Matthew Perry has arrived. You have to pay them ransom. I don't know, something happened. I used to watch a G Kills of that game, which is like Japanese plays of like that game back in 2020. It was really popular in Japan, and I'm like, this game is so cool. I want it so bad. That's what. Even if it doesn't have to be Momotaro no Densetsu, it can just be Fortune Street 2. I want Fortune Street. I love that game. Ronald, if it comes out, you're getting it, and we're playing it together.
100% will.
We're playing it together. We're gonna both play as Wario. Hopefully, they allow us to both play as Wario. I don't think they both let me have all CPUs as Wario. I think I'm making that up. And we're gonna both play as Wario, and we're gonna like race our Dragon Quest slime balls together because that's a mini game in that game. Because it was a Dragon Quest crossover game, and I listened to so much Dragon Quest music as a little kid. I think I'm nostalgic of Dragon Quest music.
Dragon Quest music is just good. There's
I would always play that game like, who's all these crappers? Like, get them out of here. I don't care. I just like the slime ball, and it was like, I don't. There's all these random designs. I'm like, I don't care. I've never played Dragon Quest. That's my only exposure to Dragon Quest was playing Fortune Street.
Okay. What's your next prediction?
I'm on Cooking Mama Tofu Edition, and in this edition, when you're cooking, you turn off the circulation of air in your house when you're cooking to record a YouTube video, and then the fire alarm goes off.
Of
So
course.
that's just natural. But the fire alarm wasn't you actually. It was a complete coincidence. You did not make the fire alarm. And I'm not totally saying this as a parody for something I did. Because I was trying to make a tofu cooking video and I wanted good audio, so I turned off the air circulation in my house or in my apartment, and then the fire alarm went off. It was a coincidence though. Someone always burns popcorn. It was not me that turned to have everyone come out of the building and the fire marshal come up to me. That was not because of me. That was someone else. But yes, I would love to emulate that experience Cooking Mama, I played it on the DS and nothing else. I'm just being nostalgia baity. I just wanted a taco. I just want a tofu simulator game. And finally, Miiverse 2. Bring back Miiverse. Or some variation of it. I think it was
I would
funny as
really
hell.
like to see Reverse back too. Like I loved. You're talking about the one on the 3DS, right?
Either of them, I don't care.
Okay.
I just wanted
I would love to
Nintendo
see it.
social media again. It was so funny when it lasted. Did you ever watch
I would also. Do you remember the little like RPG game with your Mii's? You would like walk around and you get like connections to
Street
people,
Pass?
and you make them fight. Yeah, it was Meat
You know
Pass
on
on the
Nintendo
3DS.
Music they added Street Pass music on there?
Oh, okay. I thought they added Street Pass. I was about to download Nintendo Music right now.
But they added the music on there for Street Pass.
I want an eShop and a home screen theme. Like, even if we could turn it off,
Yeah.
I miss that. Okay, anything else you want to predict before we move on? I did get 4.
Okay, I actually made a whole YouTube video about this, so I'm not gonna go super deep into it. But in my YouTube video, I predicted something called sub apps, and essentially,
Okay.
in a sub app, you would have a like you'd be playing a game, and then this is what I predicted the C button's gonna be, but you can totally map it to something else or like have it on touchscreen or something.
Yeah.
You would have like a sub app open where like I predicted Mario's universe. So like you could like and when you're playing any Mario game, you can open the Mario sub app and have like all the other Mario games you're playing and have it all connected and have like a whole stream and you can like save a picture and like go on the Mario's universe main app and then have like the
Oh,
screenshot
like
you took.
Miiverse?
This is kind of connected in the Miiverse idea. Like a simpler explanation of my sub app idea is like have a notes app. You quickly open your notes while you're playing the game, and you can type down a note
Okay.
and like still be in the game. You can even add Discord as a sub app. That would be great.
If that's how they implemented voice chat, I would actually use Discord more, besides
Yeah.
just to call you.
But that was a quick throwback. But yes, let's move on to Mario predictions.
So, the main question here, do you think it's going to be a sequel or an original?
I think it's probably going to be an original realistically, but I would love Galaxy 3.
You
Never-
see,
I've never
I
played
would
Galaxy
also
2.
like it to be
That's
a
the
sequel,
funniest
but I
part.
want Odyssey 2.
The funniest part, I never even played Galaxy 2. I just want Galaxy 3 anyway, just for the funsies of it.
Well, and
I'm a
didn't they
fraud.
like leave Galaxy up to like what is it called? Like it was just like up to interpretation how the ending happened, or was that Galaxy 1?
Galaxy 1 was a great ending. Galaxy 1's an amazing game. But the reason why I want Galaxy 3 is because my main problem with Galaxy is I don't like the movement in the game. So if they had the movement of Odyssey and put it in Galaxy and they made it like almost this universal groundbreaking game, and since the Switch 2 is a sequel console and it's like an iteration of past Nintendo instead of new Nintendo, bringing back and going to Galaxy would be amazing. Be incredible. There's an established sequel that already exists for Galaxy, so it'd be like I think Nintendo's really conscious of the fact they have a lot of fans, so they can go back and do this old Galaxy game that like people my age now are like nostalgic for Galaxy almost because that's like the big bulk of Nintendo fan base right now. So that would bring in a lot of money for Nintendo. It would be a great like revolutionary game. That's my
See, I
argument for
agree
Galaxy
with
3.
you. They could go down the nostalgia route, but the more we're talking about it, the more I think you're right. To where I think it's going to just be an original 3D Mario.
I do think it's just gonna be original 3D Mario. There's no way.
Do you think it's a 3D Mario? Do you think they just come out with a 2D first?
That would be. I would get the eggplant out if that happened. Like, no.
They could do it though. It's easier to develop 2D, and honestly, Wonder was a lot of fun.
I think no. 2D Mario. I think they'll just. I want them to make a Wonder 2. I actually would like that. Mainly because I thought Wonder was a little too easy.
I would like to see just like another Mario 2D game. Maybe not Wonder, but just something fun like that. I don't want a new Super Mario Bros. 7. Like I just
That
want
would be
like
funny though.
It would be hilarious, but I just want something else for a little bit.
I'm a Nintendo fan because Nintendo's funny. But yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about Mario before we
Mainline
No.
wise, no. I think mainline be original big 3D game. That'll probably be announced at the direct. I'm gonna say
I
that.
agree. I don't think it's going to come out this year, though. I think they're going to hype it up for a year. I think they're going to or if they do release it this year, it's going to be in like January or December, probably December.
January is next year, Ronald.
Yes, I know, but I was talking like it would be at the end. I think December would make more sense or November. That way,
I'm debating
holiday.
if I want to agree with you or not because I actually don't really know. They gotta have a
I
big game for holiday season because they have probably Mario Kart is gonna launch with the game. I'm gonna make that prediction.
also, well, no, I think you're right. I think it's going to be a Mario game. I think it's going to be 3D Mario around November, and that's going to be their holiday
Yeah, because
release.
Zelda needs more
With
time in the oven.
is Zelda, so I think they're going to release another Zelda game, but I think it's going to be well. Actually, no, they've had a minute.
Do you think they're gonna do a Breath of the Wild remaster?
I do think they're going to do that.
I want them to do that because you know
Yeah,
why? I lost my copy of Breath of the Wild because that little brat in middle school stole it, and I still have never gotten it back.
I'm trying to think though. I don't think that's going to be what the main team's working on though. I think if they do a Breath of the Wild remastered, I think it's going to be sent off to like some third
Some Chinese
party.
developer.
Yeah, just somebody who does a really good job at upscaling and like revitalizing
Maybe
like
it's sent
in-story
to
stuff.
Shiver Entertainment, the new studio Nintendo acquired.
Possibly, I could see that. But for mainline Zelda sequels, I don't think we're going to see a 3D Zelda until next year.
Okay.
I could see that being like the holiday or the summer release. I would be really surprised if it's just because Breath of the Wild 2 or Tears of the Kingdom came out so
Yeah.
recently.
This is gonna be my prediction. I think 3D Mario announced at the direct comes out in the fall or in the winter as a holiday
Yeah.
title because that's like parents Mario big
Yeah.
deal. And then Zelda's gonna be announced also at the direct, but then come next year.
Do you think if it's announced at this direct, do you think it's going to come out in around a year? So around springtime
You're
next
completely right. Actually, I meant in 5 years.
year? I am really excited to see what the like 2D overhead Zelda does.
Actually,
soon, though.
they're gonna announce it to be next year, and then they're gonna have the Nintendo employees gonna be in a white background, and be like, so one of our staff got fired, and Zelda's coming down with it. I don't know. You know how Nintendo employees like to be. How they like sit in front of the camera when Metroid Prime 4 got like canceled. They're like,
I regret to
I
inform
regret
you.
to
We are delaying it by 15 years. It'll be well worth your while.
this.
In the meantime, here's the smaller game for you.
In the meantime, here's Echoes of Wisdom 2 with an even more broken UI.
Anyways.
I would love them to do it.
You
Echoes
want
of
to move on
Wisdom
to
sequel.
Metroid Beyond?
Metroid Beyond. Oh, I think it's gonna be a launch title. Switch to cross-platform. Everyone's saying that. I agree.
Do you think it's going to be like better on the Switch too? Because I think
They're
it's
gonna have
still
mouse
come out-
mode.
Well,
They have mouse mode for the aiming of your blaster. It makes sense. It's funsies. Do you not think that? Do I have to buy you another breakfast in bed next year?
maybe I would personally rather 3D or what is it called, motion controls.
What kind of eggs do you like? Do you like your eggs brown or white?
I like them yellow.
Because I'm gonna have to be making you eggs soon, maybe. Wait, no, I'm implying you're right. I'm right. You're gonna have to be making me eggs soon. And my secret is that I don't like eggs because they're too sticky. So you have to make them less sticky, and then that's how I'm gonna like my eggs.
How okay?
I also like.
I think Metroid.
What?
Hmm?
I was also about to say I love jalapenos.
I can put jalapenos and I can make you a dirty omelet, like a really good omelet.
I'm expecting an omelet soon because I'm right. We're gonna have
I don't-
Metroid Prime 4
I think,
Beyond is
I
gonna
think you're
have.
right, but I don't think that's going to be the only control method.
I have a question. What if it's mouse controls and gyro? Or
At
some
the
other
same
one?
time?
No! Oh god, I don't know how that would work. But like,
No, I agree with you then. If it's mouse controls and gyro and you have the option for stick control, I think that's
like
what they're going
all
to
three. You just have options.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have at least two, if not three options.
Who's gonna buy Are we gonna make breakfast in bed for each other?
Listen, if that happens, then yes.
Dude, Ronald, we're gonna be in the bed at the same time with the pans, and we're gonna freaking like burn the goddamn mattress. Because that's how steamy hot Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is gonna be.
I actually do think it's gonna be a really good game. Like personally,
I
I'm
haven't
really
played
excited.
any of the Metroid Prime games yet. I played like
No,
mainline Metroid. I've never touched Metroid Prime. So I kind
I'm
of probably
gonna
won't.
remaster.
I might not get it for that reason.
I don't think it's that integral for you to get it or play
Because
the
I
ones
don't.
in the
I
past.
want to play the first ones first. You know.
I'm gonna play the remastered. I might
Oops.
not
Can I borrow your
play
copy
the
of Remastered?
I was thinking well, probably. It depends on where it's cheaper. If it's cheaper online, I might just get it digitally.
Oh, you haven't bought it yet.
I haven't bought it.
Oh, I
No.
thought you already had it. Never mind. I know I borrowed your copy of Dread and then never played it and gave it back. And then you were going
Dread
to
is
Spain and
such a
like,
game.
hey, can I have my copy of Dread back? I'm like, oh, I'm dreading this. God damn.
Animal Crossing. Do you think a new Animal Crossing is in the future in the first 2 years? It's been a minute. They've not been doing a whole lot.
The Splatoon team works on Animal Crossing at the same time. That's what everyone says.
Do they?
They do.
That's such a weird team to be working on Animal Crossing.
I know, right? I mean, I'm debating if Splatoon or Animal Crossing is more worth it for Nintendo.
Okay, personally, here's my theory. I think they're gonna port
Port?
Splatoon 3,
No.
even if it's just the original copy.
No, no, no. Because, like, you can just buy the game and put it in. It's backwards compatible.
Maybe they just support it longer. But I think Animal Crossing comes before Splatoon. That's my theory.
You think Animal Crossing comes?
Yeah. Animal Crossing was a major thing for the Switch 1, so I think they don't want to get it out earlier.
They already
than
have
later.
Mario Kart, and that's the other major thing. Do you think they're going to use both cards in 1 year?
I know. I think if Animal Crossing comes out, it'll come out the same year as Zelda.
Because
Or
I don't think Animal
that.
Crossing is going to be a holiday release, because Animal Crossing doesn't have that vibe.
I think Animal Crossing will come out March or around that time, 2026.
March 2026.
I think it's going to be announced, and it's going to be announced maybe as a holiday game.
You're
but
getting
I
all
think
the heavy hitters out,
hopefully-
like, right now.
Huh?
In the first year, we have, like, Mario, Mario Kart, Metroid, Animal Crossing, and then Zelda. Like,
I think you're right. I think it just comes out early summer, like sometime in the spring.
I do think they're going to do Animal Crossing first, and then Splatoon. I think Animal Crossing, spring or summer. I agree.
And I think it's going to come out sooner. I would be really surprised if they waited for 3 years until they release an Animal Crossing just because of how successful it was on the Switch.
And then they're going to make Splatoon 4. Do you think they'll just make Splatoon 4 and just not do anything? I don't think it'll be called Splatoon 4.
It and they just start calling it Splatoon.
No. They should call it Splatoon Octo
or something.
Splatoon Octoman. I don't know. I don't play. I played like Splatoon 1 on the Wii U, and I played Splatoon 2.
I played Splatoon 1 a ton. I got into Splatoon 2 for a little bit. I've not even bought Splatoon 3.
Yeah, neither have I. When I was in Japan, I remember I saw a boy on like watching like I think TikTok or whatever, some shorts site, and he was like watching all these Splatoon 3 clips on the subway, and I'm like, damn, bro. Y'all are into Splatoon. And all like the boys around, he was like, this was like an 11-year-old, and all the boys were like talking to him about like, oh, Splatoon 3. He's like, go to like, go to Ikeru. And I'm like, what are you guys doing on the subway too? He was like, on it. Anyways.
I think like the only two Nintendo games that are actually really popular in Germany is literally just Mario and Zelda. I follow a few German creators.
Oh yeah, because you have a freaking German flag. That's wild. Why do you have a German flag in your background? I have Christmas lights.
It's the foreign language I'm learning, dude.
I don't have a Japanese flag in here. I'd be like an imperialist. You're an imperialist. My God, Ronald.
I like trains and I like public.
I like trains too. Have you ridden the Shinkansen? I bet not.
No, but I want to.
I'm going to Europe soon. Should I go to Germany?
You should go to Germany. It's a lot of fun. If you go, this is completely off topic, but if you go, I recommend Berlin first, and then make your way down to Munich. So I would recommend going for like 3 days. Spend a day in Berlin. Spend a day in Frankfurt or maybe Dresden. Dresden is no, it's not Dresden. I think it's less.
Speaking of Berlin,
There's a music one.
but speaking of Berlin, Berlin Byways on the Nintendo Switch Mario Kart Tour Booster Course Pass.
Mm.
Do you think tour tracks will make it into Mario Kart Super Gold?
Is that what the running name is right now in the community?
No, I just made that up.
Okay.
It's not going to be 9.
I
It's not
think
going to be 10.
going.
They don't want to acknowledge Tour or any of the existing other games.
I think it's going to be like a Smash Ultimate deal. I think they're going to come out with their own new really cool stages, and then they're going to be like, everything is here, and they like.
But everything
release,
already was
not maybe
there.
in the same format.
No. I think it's going to be all new tracks.
You think so?
I don't think there's going to be any retro tracks. Or if there are, it's only like references.
Okay, I will bet you right now extra eggs.
Okay.
That there will be
Extra eggs in bed?
extra eggs in bed. We're gonna spend a pretty penny on the. No, like I'm telling you right now, there's going to be retro tracks.
No, there's
It's-
not.
And
No
retro
retro
tracks in
tracks.
every Mario game. I'm winning this bet.
I'm having so many eggs. I'm gonna be in bed like this, being like, I'm sleeping, I'm in my bed, I'm sleeping real good, I'm getting good sleep. You're giving me eggs, you're giving me by a mouthful. Breakfast in bed, mama. Like, oh my gosh. You're putting so many peppers in that. It's a dirty omelet. Yes.
Asian seasoning and everything.
You will season my eggs good. By the way, I have a sensitivity problem. I can't make eggs. You have to get a different
What?
food.
Anyways, going back.
We're gonna have
We
a
just
vlog
put
video about
Mario
this.
Kart-
I want you to know this. We're gonna have a vlog video about this. Whoever makes breakfast in bed for each other. The other one person's gonna be sitting in bed, sleeping real good. We need to
Okay, do
write
you
down
think
our
a Smash
contradictions.
comes out in the first 2 years?
Wait, what?
Do you think Smash comes out in the first 2 years?
I don't think there's gonna be a Smash.
Period?
I think they're just gonna rely on Ultimate. Just keep doing it.
I disagree. Here's why. I think they're going to make the graphics better because I do think that the graphics and the processing power is going to be better.
I think Smash is gonna pull a Mario Kart and just skip a generation.
I don't think so. I think
Yeah,
I really do.
I hope Sakurai is not working on Smash.
Yeah, and I honestly kind of hope that Smash doesn't come out for 4 years. I really hope that it's been in progress, and I hope that it comes out with like a space emissary. That's the name of that game mode,
Subspace
right?
Emissary, yeah.
Yeah, the brawl like solo game mode, like that would be so cool.
So
Get
I do not
better
think,
UI on it.
I do
Huh?
not think, I just think Smash is not gonna come out.
I don't think that's gonna happen. We can't bet on this because like I personally think that is going to happen like 4 years into the system.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. If you're
Anyways,
right, if Smash comes out 5 years in the future, I'll make you some spicy eggs.
let's go.
Except they're actually eggplants because I don't like making eggs.
Okay, Monosoft.
Monolithosoft. I mean, I think they'll announce a new Xenoblade game.
You
Not-
think they're gonna like just?
Come out in like
I don't think
2027.
they
I
would
don't know.
just not do a Xenoblade game. I know that might be controversial.
I mean,
But, like-
if they do something else, hopefully they help with Game Freak to make a good Pokemon.
That would be insane. If they would collab with Game Freak, I would be so happy.
They're not gonna do that.
But no, I like personally my hope with Monosoft is literally just like a brand new game that they've never like talked about before. Maybe
Okay.
bring back a Xenogear, like something new.
You played Definitive Edition, right?
I played Definitive Edition.
two.
I've
I played the second.
ought to.
I
I've not
played the waifu one,
Yeah.
and then I lost the game because I'm an idiot 13-year-old.
No, like you need to play Definitive because it's.
I
actually,
know
like,
I do. Can you give me your cartridge?
It's virtual.
God damn. Can you give me your
Anyway,
Switch?
I don't know what Monosoft is going to do though.
Okay, but I don't have too much comments either. Mario spin-offs.
I think there's going to be something crazy.
I already
I think-
predicted 3D Maker.
You have already done that. I do agree with you that there's going to be some type of Super Mario Maker, but I don't know if I agree with you on the 3D part.
Now, this
That's
isn't.
the next natural step, though.
I don't think this will be in the direct, but I think just in the Switch 2's lifetime in general, I think they're gonna make a Mario RPG that's actually good.
Do you think we're not like we won't talk about this later, but
I played Thousand Year Door
do
recently.
you think there's gonna be a Mario Rabbit game? Or
No,
like, not
Ubisoft has done
specifically
with
Mario
them.
Rabbit, but like an IP like it, like
Oh,
Mario
like an
in
XCOM
Assassin's
type Mario
Creed.
game.
Yeah, something like that.
No, because Ubisoft will want to develop it, and so yeah, give me more eggs, please. So I don't think
I
that's
just
gonna.
think it would be fun if we got something like that. That was one of my favorite releases, even though I personally did not care anything about it, but I did play it.
Pikmin. Not. I don't think
I
it's gonna be
don't
in the
think it's
direct. Too
going to be a
early.
big one.
I think there will be another one, but not in the direct.
That I agree. I agree.
Okay. I'm just trying to go through this rapid fire. Sakurai's project. Hopefully a new IP. Maybe Kid Icarus 2.
I think Kid Icarus 2 would be something. Okay,
Hopefully
what
not
is Good
Smash
Feel?
6. I don't want Sakurai to work on Smash 6.
I don't know. Smash is kind of like his baby, though.
I know. Well, Kirby's his baby.
Kirby's his baby, but like Smash, he still loves Smash. So like, even though I know he said every single time he's finished a Smash game,
He's not
I
working.
think he might come back and do Smash.
Bro's gonna be like 80 years old working on Smash.
Listen, if it makes him happy, he clearly does not need the money. He's worked for Nintendo for so many years.
My gosh. Anyways, Good Feel. Do you think Good Feel's gonna work on like a fun little cute spin-off? Like another Yoshi game?
Hey, what is Good Feel? Just the Yoshi games?
They made Yoshi. They made Woolly World and Crafted World, I think, and then they made some other small games alongside that.
Controversial take. I think they're going to work on a mainline Mario game and like a fun artsy craftsy
Damn,
just fun.
damn.
I think that's what they're gonna do.
Okay,
Either that or like a mainline Zelda top down. I could see them doing that too.
I can see
Crazy,
Zelda
crazy
top
take.
down. I can see Zelda. I don't think. I think Good Feel's gonna skip the like stick to Yoshi or print it or like a new Toad, Captain Toad game or something.
I
Because
could see that too.
'cause-
I don't know if they're gonna come out with the Yoshi. Yoshi's the natural assumption though.
yeah, I'm not making any bets with that one. No eggs on the table for your Good Feel.
No eggs on the table. We're done go
NDQ.
broke if we keep trying to buy these eggs.
I wrote down NDQ, but that's just a Mario spin-off. Any Mario sports games you think are gonna come out and like next be announced? Not come out in the Switch's life cycle, just be announced in general at the direct.
What was the first sports game that came out?
On Switch, we got tennis, golf, and then Strikers. That was like really bad. Apparently, I never played it, but
I could see them coming out with a good tennis game.
why? Because we played Mario Tennis on the N64 and we really liked it.
Yeah, that's my entire reason.
True story,
No,
buddy.
actually, controversial take. Mario football.
Oh my god.
Mario American football. They're done doing it, I swear. Untapped market right there.
I don't think they're gonna make tennis or golf because that's like kind of already on the Switch. So I think they have to do new sports. So I think they're gonna do Mario water polo.
I think Mario football. Honestly, football is like American football is like popular enough that they could sell it at least in America and Japan and Australia because I know it's somewhat popular in Australia. Or like Mario Rugby, kind of like a mixture.
That's just kind of like getting to Strikers territory, though. Just make a
Yeah,
good.
it's
Just,
similar
just
to
have them make a
Strikers.
good Strikers game.
Yeah, but they would make it off of the rules of football
Sure.
or rugby.
No eggs on.
Something.
Oh god, my hair's in my face.
No
No,
eggs,
no,
no eggs.
no eggs on the table. Um.
Is Luigi's Mansion next?
Yes.
I think it's gonna come out. I don't think it's going to be immediate.
I don't think it's gonna
be
be in
for
this. I don't think it'll be in the presentation. We already have like a bunch of stuff in the presentation.
Yeah,
Like a bunch
and
of big
stuff
games.
that makes sense. Like, there's been a new Zelda game and Mario game every single year since the Switch came out.
Okay. I wrote down Rhythm Heaven, and that's just a personal gimme. I really want Rhythm Heaven. I love rhythm games.
I want Rhythm Heaven too. Like, I've only seen clips of it, but it looks really fun.
I love rhythm is my favorite genre of video games. Thumper is one of my favorite games of all time.
I like it too.
You play Thumper?
Yeah, remember we used to have conversations about it. I've not beaten it, but I've gotten pretty far into the
How many
game.
games have you not beaten, Ronald? Anyway, Um,
There's a lot of games on my backlog, and I only wanted to talk about it.
NSO. I think it's just gonna be just GameCube. I think they'll
I
put up.
think GameCube and Wii, and I think we talked about this in Zero. I think they're going to add Pokemon handheld games. But I could also see Pokemon being greedy and releasing like the only virtual console on the Switch just to get more money.
I'm not gonna. Look, I can play the games through other means.
Exactly. But
I
it
don't
would
care.
be fun if it was on an official Nintendo console.
Anyways, I
Um,
don't. You wrote down
it,
Wii. I don't think we're gonna have see Wii yet. I think they'll
I
wait
think
to
we're not
announce it.
seeing media.
Then you wrote down, is Pokemon gonna be good? You take the conversation. I'm gonna write down eggs.
Okay, Z looks better than Arceus did. I don't know if Pokemon is ever going to be good again. Unless they get another developer on the team
Uh-huh.
to help with them like
Uh-huh.
developing 3D worlds because they're not really good at developing 3D worlds and they've
Did you
just been
see
going
that
downhill.
they to make ZA look good, they just made like the buildings flat so they can render it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really sad to see the state Pokemon's in because it's such a major Nintendo
I fell
franchise.
off after the
I
3DS
grew up.
games, so I kind of like
Yeah,
don't
no,
care.
me too. Like after 3DS games, I really did not care. I think the best Pokemon game that came out on the 3DS was the last ones, and then from there on forth, it just went downhill. Um, yeah, you wrote down Silk Song.
Oh,
What's
did
your
you know about I think it'll be in the direct. I think the rumors are true. Elden Ring, I bet Elden Ring. I bet eggs. Do you think Elden Ring's going to be there? Or anything from software?
sure? I think Elden Ring will be
Okay,
there.
so no
So
eggs on the table. Okay,
no
cool.
eggs.
You
I will put. Okay, how about this? If Elden Rings gets on, and my prediction, which is NCAA 26 football, or just anything from EA, that's a sports game besides FIFA, because FIFA's already on uh, the Switch.
uh
We'll do eggs on that because you don't think so, right?
I don't think it'll be in the direct. I think it'll
I
maybe
do. I think it's going to be a massive thing in the direct. I think they're
NC
going to be like,
NCAA 2026 football, specifically that
well,
game.
no, not specifically that game. Just like they're going to release a Madden. They're
Okay, I
going to
agree with you
announce
then.
the next Madden game.
I agree with you
Next.
then. I agree with you then. No eggs on the table.
No eggs on the table. No eggs on the table.
I actually agree. Now, what if we're both wrong?
If we're both wrong,
We make each other eggs.
we'll jump in a ice bath or something. I don't know.
Please no, I'm not doing that. And then the last thing you wrote down before we get to the last point, Rockstar, GTA 6 is not coming to Switch. I think they'll port some other GTAs. That isn't crap.
I think it's purely how powerful the Switch is. I don't think they're going. GTA 6 is not be able to run on the Switch too, though. Like
Did,
me personally, I would be so surprised if they're like, "Yeah, and the next GTA 6 is coming on the Switch too." I would, my mind would be blown. But I don't think they're going to. I think if anything, we're going to get like updated Doom Eternal. Like, I know Doom isn't Rockstar, but like anything that's like that type of third party, if that makes any sense.
I think Astrobot's
I
gonna
can
come.
see, huh?
I think Astrobot's gonna come.
No.
I know.
Nintendo and Sony don't play nice. Okay, last point.
Wait,
How
wait.
long do you like? Huh?
Before we get to the last point, I want to write how many eggs we owe each other. How many bets we have.
I don't think we didn't write it down, so I don't
I'm
actually
gonna
know.
write it down though. I'm writing it down right now.
We might have to go through and like look for the word egg.
No. I want to make it. I want to make it finalized because there's some that we didn't fully establish. I know we said Metroid Prime control scheme, right?
Yeah. So we'll both make each other eggs if there's three options, and if it's just the like pointer or the mouse controls, I make you eggs. If it's just motion controls and stick controls, you make me eggs.
Here, I'm writing no plus one Ronald. No plus one Ronald for no mouse. Plus one Yhatha for mouse.
And I think Smash was the next one we did, right?
There was a bunch. I'll go with Smash though. Smash plus
Yeah,
one
they
Ronald. Wait, no. No, we didn't do that. You know why? Because it was too long in the future.
Oh, too long.
So
Yeah.
no, no Smash, no Smash. Um, then we have. Did we have make a bet about Animal Crossing? No, we didn't.
I don't think we did.
Mario Kart. Mario Kart was a big one.
Yeah, but I don't remember what we bet. Oh, retro tracks. I think retro tracks are not coming in. I think you're going to lose that bet.
Okay. By the way, to make a clarification, I mean, if there's an emphasis on retro tracks, there was not going to be an emphasis. It might be there in some way.
No, 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 no. You can't go changing your bet now.
No,
The
no,
bet
no.
was whether or not there will be retro tracks. And I asked you if there's going to be retro tracks, and you went, no. No
There's
retro
no
tracks.
gonna. Okay, there might be an
in.
expansion to Coconut Mall, like in the big 24-player version, but there's not. They're not just gonna port the course.
I disagree. They're going to port the course in a higher quality
Okay,
format. Not specifically Coconut Mall, just retro.
I know.
Because they've always done that.
+1 Ronald for port retro tracks, and +1 Yhatha for no retro tracks. All right, that's a big one. I think we had like another good big one. We NSO.
Yeah, we and NSO. Yeah, yeah. I
And
think that's it.
And so those are those are the three big egg bets.
Yeah.
Did we have a last one with Pokemon or something?
No, I don't think we did a bet on Pokemon. Because I kind of was just like sad, like
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't think it's going to be good.
NSO. So +1 Ronald for Wii, and +1 Yhatha for no Wii.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you want to move on to the final point?
The life cycle.
Yeah. So I don't think it's going to last as long as the Switch one. I do think it's going to last around 6 years, though.
Oh, I think it's 8, easily.
You think it's 8?
Yeah.
I think, personally, with how technology's like moving,
Technology's
I think
slow.
that
Technology's slow now.
I don't think so. Like, I think they're going to be pushed to be doing 8K by the time that in 8
Oh
years.
my gosh, are you kidding me? They haven't even done 4K yet.
I agree, but like Sony's starting to push that.
I think
And
we'll have a
4K
halfway through the console's life cycle. We're gonna have a 4K re-release, and then the next
No. I think it's on a launch 4K.
No. Egg bet.
Sure.
Egg bet.
4K.
4K.
I am willing to bet that.
4K
Listen,
question
4K
mark.
is such a simple thing to bet now.
+1.
Like everyone has a 4K TV.
I don't. Did you know that?
I did not know that, but they're so cheap. Or
Plus
they were.
1 Yhatha, no 4K. Do we also want to put voice chat on this bet list too?
Sure, we can put voice chat. I think that's what the C button's going to be used. You can bet
Voice
whatever you're with.
Chat is C button. I think it's going to be my sub app idea or the mouse. Okay? +1 Ronald for voice chat. +1 Yhatha for other use. We have 5 eggs now. You're gonna make me a 5-egg You're gonna make me a 5-egg omelet.
Listen, I will make you the best omelet if you are correct on all of this.
I want a spicy omelet. I'm gonna be excited. Oh yes! So
yeah, I think that's honestly it. I could see them releasing a Pro controller pretty soon on.
That I agree with that.
I don't know what the Pro controller will have. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be closer to the like have you ever used a PlayStation 5 controller?
No. I've touched it, I felt it.
Okay, but did you know the weight approximately?
Yeah, I've held one before.
I think it's gonna be similar to that, just without the mouse feature.
Okay.
And no adaptive triggers because I don't think they have.
I think the Pro controller is gonna have a mouse on the bottom, so you can move it around like this.
It's gonna be so goofy. Moving Pro controller around. Yeah, I think that's honestly. I think that's all my predictions. Do you want to add anything last minute?
I don't really have anything on the top of my head. Yeah, I think we can wrap up. I think we can wrap up. Um, what about? Do you have any like Mario 40th anniversary stuff?
No, I unless they loop like the 3D game in with that somehow.
I think they'll just make the 3D game this year as it's also our 40th anniversary. They
Yeah.
did that for the Mario Maker like 10 years ago. I don't know if you remember that. It's like, oh, it's also our 30th anniversary, guys. But
Is Zelda
yes,
on an anniversary?
I don't I
No.
don't think Nintendo cares about Zelda enough. Well, actually maybe. But too many anniversaries. But yes, that is the end of our predictions. I hope you liked the video. And not you, Ronald. You're making me a bunch of eggs. Just to make this
I'm
clear,
not you at
just
gigs.
to make this clear, if you win every prediction, I'm making you 5 eggs.
Okay.
If I win every prediction, you're making me 5 eggs. But if it's like somewhere in between, then
It's
like,
just whoever has the more eggs
do you want to
makes the
make
winner.
have me make you 3 eggs and I make you 2 eggs or something, or like wait how,
We could do that
or do
if
you
we
want to like
want, but yeah, we can do that if you want. We also might be completely wrong on every single one of our predictions.
it's like they're all irrelevant. Like Metroid Prime is canceled. Mario Kart is canceled. NSO,
Wait,
they're going backwards for NSO. They're taking down N64 and rebuilding the whole library again. 4K, actually, we're gonna do a retro throwback console and make it in 8-bit, and then the voice chat is gonna be monitored by Nintendo themselves. That's our
I
Switch
think
2 predictions.
I think that's it. Honestly, I don't have any other things. I do think they might release a poster. That might be my other crazy theory.
I also think a Zelda movie and a Mario 2 movie is gonna come out and coinciding, and Nintendo's gonna become an empire.
You're the next Disney.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.